Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Art of Creation Homestead. My name is Jason. We're in the kitchen today, and Angela Kay's got a recipe for you that she made for us for a long time. I absolutely love it. They're delicious. They're light and flavorful, and it's these beautiful apricot muffins. And so I'm going to turn it over to her and let her show you how to get it done. Okay.
Now, first, let's talk apricots. You will notice that these are very brown, and a lot of the apricots that you're going to see are very orange. This is because these are Turkish apricots. Turkish apricots have not been sulfured. Now, while I'm doing that, I'm going to show you how I cut them up, because this is a whole one. So I just use kitchen shears because it's much easier than a knife.
Oh yeah.
They stick to a knife really badly. Yeah. Now, just cut them into bite-sized chunks. The difference between Turkish apricots and regular ones have been sulfured to make them keep their orange color. Now, these have not been sulfured, so they have turned brown. One difference is the flavor is a little different. The sulfured ones, you will always get that back note of sulfur. The unsulfured ones get very intensely sweet and very caramely in taste. I prefer the Turkish. You can use whichever you can find or whichever you want. But this is an 8-ounce bag, which is about a cup, chopped up in bite-sized pieces. And this is a cup of boiling water. You want to pour that cup of boiling water over them. You want them completely submerged in the boiling water, and you want to leave them to sit while you make your batter, which will roughly be around 5 minutes.
What are you doing there?
I'm reconstituting them a little.
Okay, rehydrating.
I'm bringing some moisture back into them, letting them plump back up a little bit.
Gotcha. Okay,
now to make the batter, we have 1 cup of sugar and a half a cup, which is 1 stick of unsalted butter. Now you have to use a mixer for this. You're gonna cream this together until it's nice and fluffy. Now that the butter and sugar is all creamed together, now we are gonna add 1 cup of full fat sour cream. I would not recommend low fat. It will add a strange texture to your muffins, because this is your fat. You're not adding milk or anything like that. This is your fat in it, other than the butter. This is like your liquid in this. Low fat is not gonna do the trick. Now, to this I'm adding 1 teaspoon, roughly measured, of course, of vanilla. And now you wanna mix this up again with your mixer until it's all creamy. Okay, now for our dry ingredients. We have 2 cups of all-purpose flour. We have a half a teaspoon of salt. And we have 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda. Now, the reason you want baking soda instead of baking powder is because it's going to do a chemical reaction with the acid in the sour cream. So that's what's going to make it rise. Baking powder won't necessarily do that. So now we're going to toss all that together, and we're going to put it all in here with our wet ingredients. Now you want to mix all of that up really nicely.
Now you don't have to use your mixer now, right?
No, you actually do not want to use your mixer now, because when you add flour, if you use the mixer, you're going to develop the gluten.
Oh, okay.
Therefore, you're going to end up with tough muffins.
Tough muffins.
And you may say that to somebody.
I'm gonna start saying that.
You may say that to somebody. Tough muffins.
Tough muffins.
But you don't want to eat tough muffins. You just want to say that to somebody. Because that would actually be very fun to say to somebody. Well, tough muffins. So now, you want to take these apricots, and you can see that they have plumped up significantly. They feel so much different. You want to drain all this water off and then pat them dry with a paper towel. Now we have dumped in these beautiful plumped up apricots, and you want to mix those in. Now your batter is going to be pretty stiff, so it's going to take a little bit of work to work them in, but try to get them well distributed. That way everybody has some apricot love, because otherwise you just have a muffin. They're not apricot muffins, they're just muffins. Make sure you get all that dry flour off the bottom, and it's going to look like it's not going to come together, but it will. Now we have a 12 count muffin tin lined with muffin papers, or if you don't want to line it or don't have them, you can just spray it. Now, I'm going to start loading them up. You want to load them about 2/3 the way full. I'm using a cookie scoop to do that because it makes it much easier. And I'm just dropping them in. Like I said, fill them about 2/3 the way full. Just divide it evenly amongst all 12, basically. And while I'm doing this, I will tell you, you want your oven preheated to 400 degrees. Yes, they have to bake on a pretty high temperature. So you want your oven rack not on the bottom level because that's too close to the heat. You want it closer to the middle. So I usually do second level from the bottom. And they don't have to bake for very long at all. So after about 10 minutes, I will raise them to second from the top level so that the bottoms don't burn and the tops can get brown evenly. So I'm going to get the rest of these scooped, get them in the oven, and I'll show you what they look like when they're done. These beauties are out of the oven. They baked for between 20 and 25 minutes. To be oddly specific, they baked for 22 minutes. And as I told you, about 10 minutes, at about 10 minutes, I put them on the second from the top rack so that they didn't burn on the bottoms, baking at 400 degrees. You want to take them out of the pan immediately after taking them out of the oven because you don't want them to continue to cook. So you want to, after you take them out, you want to let them cool down till they're still warm but not hot. Because otherwise you're going to burn your pie hole, and also you want them to set up nicely so that they don't fall apart when you take them out of the muffin wrappers.
I'm going to take one out of here. Look at this beautiful muffin. Nice little muffins. Honestly, I could eat a ton of them. If I don't finish them all off today, which I won't, but then I'll take some to work with them tomorrow. They're really good cold even. Really nice. This is a beautiful muffin, honestly. Really nice, warm. They're kind of buttery, but then they got the fruit. It's a nice muffin. I got some hot coffee there, pouring right now, and I think we're going to get off here and go there and take care of some coffee and some muffins. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. My name is Jason. The smart one, her name is Angela Kay. This is Art of Creation Homestead. We love y'all. God bless you and goodbye.